So Pearcey, great to see you back in contention. How's it feel?
Yeah, it's great to be back. Honestly, it's it's been a really frustrating time for me personally. Obviously being injured and then getting the setback, but no, really happy to be back. Really pleased to be joining in with training and getting myself back up to speed.
And so with you being back, in training, who do you sort of get along with best in the squad?
All of them, all the lads. Yeah, I try and sort of make sure, try and integrate with everyone, try and make everyone feel a part of it, because that's what I like to feel when I was a younger player coming up through the ranks. So yeah, it's important to make everyone feel as involved as we can, and we've got a group here that tries to do that. So yeah, I wouldn't sort of pick out anyone as to say I get on better with those people, because I'd say yeah, we're all a team and we all get on well with each other.
And so whilst you've been out, obviously we've had to shift around the defence a little bit, and especially in the last two games we've had Riley and PK keeping back-to-back clean sheets. Just how impressed have you been with those young lads, as well as the likes of JC and whatnot?
Yeah, they've been absolutely great. I mean, especially the two centre backs, two youngish centre backs, in the game, and they've really stepped up, especially the last two games. For Riley himself coming in on loan, it's a great experience for him, and PK slightly more experience, he's doing great as well. So those two as a pairing really stepping up well. JC, another young player coming up who is performing really well and helping to be a part of that solid base that we've got at the moment, and that solid base is vitally important for any successful team moving forward, and long may that continue.
Exactly, and so moving more back to your Millwall days now, you might have been aware of Paul Robinson.
Yeah.
Obviously a legend here at this club, helped us get promotion in 2016. Fans have been saying that with you coming back, maybe you could slot in and become a bit more of a figurehead. And so what are your sort of aims for the rest of the season, harking back to Robbo?
Yeah, Robbo is a fantastic person, fantastic character, and he was a great player, real wholehearted kind of player, and I know him from my time at Millwall. He was a coach for the under-23s, and he was always a great person to lean on, always a great person to talk to. He would give out his advice, and I sort of try and do that as well. And if I can do that to any sort of player within the squad or any youngster coming up through, I will always do that, because I know how it felt coming up, and I was always grateful to the advice that older players could give.
And so moving forward towards the FA Cup now, obviously tomorrow we've got Weymouth. You were involved in some cup runs with both Millwall and Derby, some big matches in the FA Cup. Just how much does the cup mean to you, and do you sort of feel that maybe there's a cup run building potentially?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, it's one game at a time in the cup, because as you well know, if you're not at it and you come up against a side from the lower leagues, they can easily turn you over. And these games are all about attitude and mentality, and we need to make sure that from the very first whistle our attitude and mentality is spot on. Because if it's not, then you could be in for a long night. So we're not thinking about cup runs, this, that, and the other. We're just thinking about the next game, and that is the key really, because you can really come unstuck very quickly if you don't.
Perfect, Pearcey. Thank you.
All right, cheers.